Hello everyone, and welcome to the O Mindfulness online guided meditation. Thank you for being here. We're here to support each other in our formal mindfulness practice. And we might remember that mindfulness is about being in the present moment and being here kindly. It takes a little bit of practice because it's not natural for us. We tend to spend a lot of time reminiscing on the past, projecting into the future, and forgetting to be in the here and now. So by doing a formal practice, we train ourselves to come back to the moment and to do that through the senses. So by actually feeling the body, getting out of the head and the thoughts, even though thoughts come, we pay attention to the feelings in the body. It might be also sounds around. So we're in the world of the senses rather than the intellect. And ooh, the bells are getting a bit excited, trying to start too soon. We tend to resist change, and change is a natural state of being and the world. Everything is in constant change. And so by resisting change, we are in a way trying to swim upstream. So maybe in this meditation, you would like to notice the changing nature of ourselves and the moment, how the physical sensations change, the thoughts that come change. Each breath is different. We'll never breathe the same breath twice. So just connecting perhaps with the constant flux of what it is to be here. Sitting in a dignified posture, we close our eyes for 10 minutes, mindfulness of the breath. Connecting with our senses by feeling ourselves sitting. Noticing the places of contact. Noticing the sensations on our skin, perhaps. And sensations deeper in the body. Lowering our attention into the backside, sitting on the chair or cushion. Into the legs and feet. Folded or resting on the floor. Noticing our hands and how they feel wherever they're resting. Warmth, tingling, numbness. Zones where there are perhaps no physical sensations. So here we are picking up signals from our senses which speak to us of this moment, of how our feet feel right now in contact with a sock or the floor. This is our direct experience of the present moment. And once we have a sense of being in the body in this way, we redirect our attention to the breath. Being with the breath, being the observer. As the body breathes by itself. And what do we notice? Maybe there's one area where we feel the breath most vividly. We can linger here, noticing whatever that is. Whether it's our tummy moving against our clothes, our waistband, whether it's the rib cage gently lifting. Whether it's air passing in the nose, in the throat. And there may be many, many other physical manifestations of the body breathing. And as we observe, do these physical sensations change? Is there a flux and a flow? And is our attention here and then gone the next moment? And can we come back to the breath kindly and with interest? Can we allow our attention to remain on the flowing and coming and going of the breath? Being kind with ourselves when the mind wanders. And returning our attention to rest lightly on the physical sensations of breathing. Feeling the flow, feeling the pauses between the breaths. Noticing perhaps if the breath changes in accordance with thoughts and moods that pass through us as we sit. So our job is to be the kindly witness, returning to the breath over and over. Noticing that nothing is fixed or static. The whole experience is one of change and flux. And here we are to notice the subtleties of this process. Returning to this breath in this moment. Moving towards our experience. Being interested and filling our practice with warmth and compassion. And just a few more breaths in mindful awareness. And keeping a sense of connection with the moment and with ourselves as we listen to the bell and transition out of the meditation. And when we're ready, opening our eyes. And seeing if we can sustain some of that connection with ourselves and the moment through the breath as we go about our day-to-day business. So I wonder if you noticed change as you were sitting and meditating, and were you able to embrace that? It seems that we have a natural reluctance to embrace change, and change is the natural order of things. Everything is in constant flux. Our cells are changing all the time. The environment around us is changing. Plants are growing, other elements are in decay and erosion, and our thoughts are constantly moving. Everything is in a state of change. And as we resist any kind of change, we are, as I said earlier, perhaps swimming upstream. And so with mindfulness, we talk about embracing the now. We talk about embracing the difficult, moving towards whatever is there, being with it. And we might not notice that we're not resisting just the difficult, but we're resisting life itself. We can be resisting change on a moment by moment basis. So it's helpful to be aware of that. And a useful activity is to bring some awareness to this, is changing our habits, sitting in a different chair, using a different teacup. Routine is great and saves us a lot of energy, but getting into particular habits can help us to resist change. So just noticing that, noticing the constant flux of the state of things as we meditate, and noticing when something changes, do we resist, not only because perhaps whatever the new element is that has arisen is not to our liking, but perhaps we have just resisted change itself. So I wish you a mindful week, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon for another shared meditation here on Google Hangouts. Thanks for being here.